Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Photo Prendy, and today we're going to go on a photo walk with friends with a 110 film camera. Stick around and we'll see how it goes. Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing with a camera that I never even knew existed, and it is quite tiny. Let's see, it fits right in this little pouch here. And for comparison, this is a roll of film. So you can see this is going to be something completely different. How about that? This is a Rollei A110 camera. So to open up the lens, you just pull it to the side there, and you can see there's our film in the back. We've got it loaded up with some Lomo Tiger 200. And yeah, this is going to be fun to shoot. So back when this camera came out in 1978, so 46 years ago, this camera was $300. So if we adjust that for today's inflation in 2024, this would have been a $1,400 camera. So it's very unusual to see a premium 110 camera like this. 110 cameras were typically used at family barbecues. Usually the kids took them around because they were nearly indestructible. This actually has a Zeiss Tessar lens. It's a f2.8, and I read on one of the blogs that they called this the professional 110 camera because the lens is apparently so good that even these tiny little frames will rival a 35 millimeter. I guess we'll find that out soon. All right, let's go. Okay, we are out at a undisclosed location to do some shooting today. So here with Serena Snapped. Say hi to Serena.
Hi, Serena.
That's her new hat that she just made.
Good hat.
Fantastic. And yeah, we're gonna walk around, take some shots. Got the Mamiya 6 today and a little fold-up guy, and also shooting this little Rollei. So hopefully we'll get some good shots, and hopefully we don't get towed. So. That day we went out to shoot with some really fun photography friends, Serena, Levi, and Sid. The cold day was wreaking havoc on the 45-year-old electronics in the Rollei. I had to put my camera into my jacket's inside pocket just to keep it warm enough to fire the shutter. Once it warmed up, the results seemed to be okay though.
Wait, you want me to go through the rant of how everyone's leaving their all over the place? And I'm keeping the eye out on the cops, the 5-0.
Serena's clearly the only responsible one here.
I'm the one who's following signs.
Some of us got closer than others.
It's okay, I'll keep all your gear safe.
So what are you shooting today, by the way?
I have my Meeker mat.
Yeah?
My, what was this, 25 bucks?
Is that the EL?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. That's a great camera. What are you shooting on the back there? Look at that film reminder.
Oh, film reminder.
So cool.
So I don't forget what ISO I'm shooting at like I did last week.
Yep. Sid, what are you shooting today?
Today I've got my X100C.
Love that pink Polaroid.
Yes, isn't it pretty?
Oh, with the sonar and everything. You can focus that in the dark.
Yes. I got my beautiful green
Oh, wow.
680.
Get a diary that looked like that once.
You called it a diary?
Oh, it's a journal.
All joking aside, we decided to go across the street to explore some more. But first, I had to get a photo of Bob Lobster.
My wife and I are birders.
Oh, you're
That's
birders? Oh, nice.
Oh, I didn't know if you had any birds here.
No, we just
Oh, just filming stuff?
came out for the day. Just never been here before. Pink house and like the whole campaign.
Oh, yeah.
And all that.
Oh, yeah.
What's the story with that place?
I think, if I can remember right, I'm not from the area, but I did hear the story. Guy got married.
Yeah.
He was getting divorced. He had to provide the wife with a house.
Okay.
So he bought that land and built it.
Oh, wow.
And she refused to move into it, I guess, because of where it is.
He's a birder.
That is so interesting. I'm so glad. Well, no, I'm sorry. That's well, that. Blur that out. I'll show that to you for free.
Do the escalator thing.
I was like, did I zoom the camera? You see us? Point it up a little. Point it up a little bit, man. Angle. Give us a little bit of angle.
Honey, that you blonde.
Little Busta Rhymes.
Okay, time to fire up Lightroom. So here we have the converted scans from the 110 film. As you can imagine, there's not a ton of things out there for scanning 110 film, so I actually ended up 3D printing an adapter, and I was able to shoot all these with my Nikon camera. So I guess we'll just start and open these up and see how they look. So for a 110 camera, this lens is actually quite sharp. Remember, we're only dealing with a frame that's 16 millimeters, and you can see I was able to capture Sid's face here. The color is good. The film that we're using is Lomography Tiger 200, if I didn't mention that earlier in the video. Here is the pink house. We can see that the colors are actually pink, so I think it looks pretty good. We'll continue down. So, selfie. The Rollei A110 is a zone focus camera, and the minimum distance, I believe, is 1 meter. So I was holding it out pretty far to be able to capture this particular photo. And because the camera is in fact zone focus, you'll see that I did miss a few shots. So missed focus a little on this one. I think I had this set at the 2 meter, and I think Levi was a little closer than that to me. But overall, I'm actually really happy with how this lens looks. This was taken after the photo walk. This was shot, I assume, wide open, because you don't get to choose your aperture on this camera. Everything is fully electronic. But you can see it's very blurred out. There's a good bit of motion blur, as well as the fact that I don't think it was focused correctly. Here's some crazy motion blur, because my dog never sits still for anything. Again, more motion blur. This camera really doesn't work that great indoors. It's just a sad fact. So here we were outside, shot it at infinity. this looks pretty good. Again, I don't really have too many complaints about the camera other than the fact that in the cold, the electronics really were fouling up quite a bit. I had to really press the shutter really hard just in order to be able to get the camera to fire at all. And most of the time I ended up keeping it in my pocket just to warm it up. This shot I was actually pretty happy with. This one, nice and sharp. Again, given the fact that it's 16mm film, I have no complaints about this. Another shot of Bob Lobster. This was shooting out into the marsh. Again, other than the fact that there isn't a ton of latitude in this, actually there's more than I thought. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this camera. When the weather's nicer, I will definitely be carrying it around and trying to take it a lot more places. Sadly it's just not a winter camera. One thing I have heard about this particular camera, the Rollei A110, is that the majority of them have either electronic or mechanical issues. So I guess I'm really lucky with the copy that I got, because the electronics only foul up when it's really cold. The mechanics seem to work honestly flawlessly. You know, with any 45-year-old camera, you're taking a risk when you pick one up, and if you can get a good copy, it's so fun. It's really fun. Okay, this was at the airfield. Actually, the airfield will be a completely separate video that I have coming up. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned that I had my Mamiya 6 with me. What I didn't mention was what film I had in there, and I got a hold of some pretty interesting expired film, and I'll just leave it at that. Just a little tease, but we'll see a video on that particular film stock a little bit later. I actually was able to take one of my favorite portraits that I've ever taken with that particular film on this particular camera. So look forward to the airfield video coming up soon. Serena, no smoking near the air fuel, and the obligatory bathroom shot. So that's it. Just a rundown of a 110 camera. Super fun. If you can find a working copy, I definitely recommend one, and I will see you all next time. As always, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm Photo Prendy. You gotta do that shot where you get your face like really close to the lens.
Yo!